Trying to loosen up those shoulders. Madison Keys, who has been really up against it, against this very impressive team. She's behind with the score. Keys. Claire, finish off your story about the Petit Das.
Well, the Le Petit Das, the under-14 tournament in Tarbes. All the players these days, well then, but juniors now, they're all desperate to get into this event. You've got to be probably top 100 in the world juniors to get in. You know, in my case, when I was playing it back in the 90s, I was 13 years of age, and I said there was a 10-year-old that won it. She was actually 11.
Oh, hitting back, that was terrific, and on a big point as well.
That was so good. Well, this young player, I remember her mum was doing an interview with the French media and with her, and she said, of course, that when I called her Martina, I only had one thing in mind. So I'll let you guess who that might have been.
30-15.
I'll give you another clue. 5 years later, she won Wimbledon.
That's pretty good if that was the goal, right? Today, Martina after Martina Navratilova, of course, Martina Hingis.
Yeah. Didn't do my confidence a lot of good. And it's it was a big thing back then. Whenever you're that age and somebody so young was doing so well, you just thought, I'm not good enough. That's certainly how I felt at the time. And even, later on, a couple of years later on, she was winning Wimbledon already.
Oh, that's a real pity for Madison Keys because the drop shot was just outstanding.
32.
I think what we realise with all of these things is players develop at different times and different ages, and later on we have got Courtney Kessler, and you look at her journey to top 50 in the world at 25 years of age, and it couldn't be any polar opposite than a Martina Hingis in her day.
For these two, Keys, somebody talked about for so many years as a teen. EALA, meanwhile, she said, she knows that players progress at different times, so not putting too much pressure on herself. But meanwhile, here, Keys is down a break point. EALA, chance to get to 4-2. She was so determined. She knew it was a break point. Try and get everything back. Too hot to handle right at the end. %, her first serve percentage in this set, Keys.
Advantage, EALA.
And actually, winning around 75% of those points, but that's because we've seen EALA really go for her shots and miss a few, but there, not so.
She's not backing off. She cannot afford to step back on that return off the second serve, so it's just a case of can Madison Keys get it away from her contact point.
Oh, that was not easy. Had to backtrack, Keys. Cool as a cucumber. She's enjoying it.
She really is. You've got to love competing, don't you? These are the moments that you train so hard for. And she knows that Madison Keys is not going to give her this match the easy way. serve.
Advantage
Again,
Keys.
good calm thinking under pressure from Madison Keys.
And it's a serve, Claire. We talked about this, where she continues to go with the angles, right? Using a lot of the slice serve. Oh, she was almost out of the game,
Deuce.
but it continues.
I think on the first serve, you see her missing it and she's going flat. She's missing just a lot of them. It feels like the ball toss is a little bit low. It's going out fractionally 'cause she's underneath the ball with her racket face slightly open.
Let pursue.
And she looked like she got right on top of the ball.
That was her first double of the second set. There, she's trying to hit it flatter. Quickly putting the pressure on,
Advantage EALA.
making it difficult for her.
And not afraid to come in afterwards. She's taking it even earlier now. It's a case of, I'm going to hit it so early that I don't have enough time to go back onto the baseline, so I'm just going to come forward and rush Keys. Good tactical switch up there.
Third break point in this game. A couple in the game.
Game.
One on
EALA.
game point
Ball
and then
change,
on break
please.
point. In a bit of trouble
EALA
now
leads
is Madison
4-2.
Keys.
That's all down to the pressure of EALA there on that return game. Those two double faults is just because of the quality that this young woman from the Philippines is producing in terms of the return.
New balls and new racket for Keys. So now she's in this position, in a winning position. EALA, will that change anything in this match for either player?
Well, let's see the fact that she was in that winning position 2 days ago. What will she have learned from that, from the match against Ostapenko? Set 4 love up.
Didn't move her feet. Maybe enough there, EALA. We haven't seen some slices, or many of them, from Keys, and that's something she's really infused into her game. Is that something maybe to try and unsettle EALA because she's so good countering using the pace?
Yeah, she just hasn't had. They haven't had that many extended rallies, have they? She hasn't had the chance to set up and just change it up. Always seems to be either on defense or one ball just to hit and go for it. Certain things that she hasn't seen. We haven't seen her play too many drop shots, but that would have been because of the court position as well of EALA right on that baseline. But I think what she hasn't been able to go to is changing up the height of the ball. She could have changed up the height a little bit more. She would have had also time. She could have played higher, maybe a little bit of a slice as well. Just give EALA different looks.
Yes, she'll gladly take that, EALA.
30.
But not so for Keys. It's her first top-tier event of the season for EALA. I've been over 2 in top-tier qualifying to the Australian Open. Lost to the big server Yana Fett, and in Singapore to Simona Valtert. She's thriving on this stage in Miami.
40-13.
That's a shot that she has hit well today. The inside-out forehand. Just gives herself enough space. Pushes her hands out, away from her body. Keeps that racket head out in front. Terrific play from this young woman. Not holding back there, being brave enough to come in. That was a tricky first volley, wasn't it? But it was her presence at the net that you really noticed.
That smash was harder than the previous one.
Game EALA.
More incredible counterpunching from EALA. And she now needs
EALA
just the
leads
one
5 games to
more
2.
game. 5-2.
Time.
Serving now to stay in this match in Miami, Madison Keys.
Love 50.
There are only 2 defeats this year against Clara Towson. Really crushed those balls on the baseline. And then against Sabalenka in Indian Wells. And in terms of players against she's faced outside the top 100, she's won 12 in a row. Last loss, 2023 French Open. Kayla Day beat her.
Yes, and she had a 6-week break from competing after she won the Australian Open. Despite that loss to Sabalenka, I was really impressed with the fact that she backed up the Australian Open and made it all the way to that semi-final. But you asked me yesterday or 2 days ago, was that loss to Sabalenka, would that change her at all, the psyche of her? And maybe it has had an impact.
Let for serve.
first match that she played in the first round. She didn't look convincing there either. Just looked a little unsure of herself.
Racing home. It appears to be the case for Alexandra EALA. She has done it again.
By 2 sets to love.
And that is what it means to her. Second straight round where Alexandra EALA has been the Grand Slam winner. After Elena Ostapenko, this time it's the Australian Open winner, Madison Keys. The team can truly celebrate as she goes through 6-4, 6-2.
Yeah, those are incredible scenes, aren't they? That's what you want to see. That's how much it means to this young woman who left home at 13, went to the Nadal Academy in Mallorca, and she's just gone and beaten the world number 5 and Australian Open Grand Slam champion. What a moment for her. She should enjoy every moment of this.
Be careful, don't want to injure that thigh.
And she played an incredible match. I mean, she walked onto court and she dismantled the serve of Madison Keys. She lived with her from the back of the court. When she lost points, she just quickly reset. She just played point by point in that match, and she clearly has a huge amount of self-belief. What a performance from her, and looking forward to seeing many more.
Moments she will never forget. And nor will these fans.
She must have a huge following.
It's got to get even bigger now.